To the house, order! To the house, order! Order! I say to you, and I say it in the kindest possible spirit, order! 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 I say to you, and I say it in the kindest possible spirit. Now, order! 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 Please! Order! Order! To the house!
Theresa May's song.
UK. I say the deal is shot and that I've lost the plot when I frequent the spots that I'm known to rock. I hear booze from the benches when I'm on the block. Remainers, they want to stop ditch and leave us. Say, hey, how off? How?
Your last deal with the chronic.
They want to know how I've amended it. They say nothing's changed. They want to know how I feel about it.
You went up on things.
Theresa May is the name, and it's all the same. Still pushing to lead, still failing to lead, still not admitting defeat, still dodging questions like their fields of wheat. Still got love for our league, ripping DUP, still taking the road, still losing a game, still somewhere between leave and remain, still
looking up for fascists all across the world,
still
facing amendments in the Commons, girl,
still playing for time and still getting beat, and still can't handle the heat from the ERG.
Looking up for fascists all across the world,
still
facing amendments in the Commons, girl,
still playing for time and still getting beat, and still can't handle the heat from the ERG. Oh, excuse me.
Ja, nej. Ja.
We have a mission to make Britain a country that works, not for the privileged and not for the few, but for every one of our citizens. And together, we, the Conservative Party, can build a better Britain.
She's a liar, liar. She's a liar, liar. No, you can't trust her. No, 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 no. She's a liar, liar. She's a liar, liar. No, you can't trust her. No, 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 no. We all know politicians like telling lies. Big ones, little ones, porcupines, saying they're strong and stable, won't disguise. We're still being taken for a ride. Nurses going hungry, schools in decline. I don't recognize this broken country of mine. They're having a law that show them the door and cut the rich, not the poor.
I've been very clear that I think we need that period of time, that stability, to be able to deal with the issues that the country is facing. I'm not going to be calling a snap election.
She's a liar, liar. She's a liar, liar. No, you can't trust her. No, 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 no. She's a liar, liar. She's a liar, liar. No, you can't trust her. No, 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 no. I want to have a government that doesn't think that fascism is where it's at. 'Cause putting the mother of all bombs into tiny hands can go very wrong. future for my child where she can grow and feel inspired. Do everything in your power you can. People rising up is the only plan.
When future generations look back at this time, they will judge us not only by the decision that we made, but by what we made of that decision. They will see that we shaped them a brighter future. They will know that we built them a better Britain.
She's a liar, liar. She's a liar, liar. You can't trust her. No, 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 no. She's a liar, liar. She's a liar, liar. No, you can't trust her. No, 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 no. She's a liar, liar. She's a liar, liar. You can't trust her. No, 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 no. She's a liar, liar. She's a liar, liar. You can't trust her. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Tried to renegotiate the backstop, they said no, no. Just one concession more is all I asked for, they said no, no. Now a no deal or delay seems more likely every day. Tried to renegotiate the backstop, they said no, no. I'd rather run through a field of wheat, run to these I'm joining the independent group. Hold the door for me, Amber.
How we doing, bastards? Are we all great here? Factories and me, yeah? It's Brexit. England's going to exit. Poland will wake up and buy themselves a breakfast. Build a house for £20. Now the pound is going down. It's Brexit. England's going to exit. Oh, Theresa May. Oh, Theresa, hey. Mean the Polskis are here to stay. And you and your friends are really gay. Theresa. Hello. Look, but you started. I went to the high shit to see Polski mini market. Build a gym that's £20. Your membership costs £20. Your wig gear costs £20. To dance like that, that's £20. John next door just texted. Huh? What is Brexit? Do you have it with your tea? Bastard, have it with your breakfast. It's Brexit. England's going to exit. Poland will wake up and buy themselves a breakfast. Build a house for £20. Now the pound is going down. It's Brexit. England's going to exit. It's Theresa time. You're a free, I go for nines. To know your songs, but to know mine. And your sister is legally blind. From behind, she is fine. Shotgun, yeah, she is mine. She can't even count to 5, so tell that bastard to leave mine. Theresa, met Sadiq on Tinder. Now they go to Shah to eat wine and dinner. Theresa and Sadiq sitting on a tree. And together they are reading the EU policy. It's Brexit. England's going to exit. Poland will wake up and buy themselves a breakfast. Build a house for £20. Now the pound is going down. It's Brexit. England's going to exit.
A bunch of young men, all dressed in black, dancing. Let's get on with it. No deal, Brexit. No deal, Brexit. Right on. Collaborate and listen Brexit without with the grand question. No deal is the latest sensation. Because I make a mess of these negotiations. Should we be worried? I don't know. I'm not high food like there is no tomorrow. DUP. Control new world order. I can't be easy. There won't be a hard border. Dead leads at the negotiating table. No, definitely not. Weak and unstable. The checkers plan was last resort. But take reassurance from the blue and gold passport. You should listen to the message. Then the no deal is better than a second referendum. Single market access. We can't solve immigration, though. We can finally control no deal Brexit. No deal Brexit.
Where is the data?
Brexit instigator, see you later. Gonna hit the road. Gotta hit that road. Something changed in the atmosphere when I built the nation, so I disappeared. I'm gonna be blamed for this mess. I fly when I'm living TikTok, and you're dying in austerity. There's a dead big job that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be living off my trust fund underneath the hot sun, forgetting that I'm someone who held a referendum that divided the nation and broke the United Kingdom. Call me Dave, I'm a football fan, but is it Aston Villa or West Ham? I don't know. I don't know. But now I'm chillaxing round the clock on holiday at least with my doctors up. I can get used to this. Standing I at the front to call me a twat, but I got off scot-free, so I won't look back. Twat. Living off my trust fund underneath the hot sun, forgetting that I'm someone who held a referendum that divided the nation and broke the United Kingdom.
He knew this day was. What
What is your reaction then to the results of the votes last night?
Look, we voted to leave. We backed it up in a general election. 500 MPs voted for Article 50, which said we leave on the 29th of March with or without a deal. And now we have a big majority in Parliament not to leave on March the 29th. And I think, you know, Keith, your interviewee, who was from the Remain camp, whether you'll remain or leave, we just want the government to get on with this, end this agony that we're going through, and let's get on with the rest of our lives. And to me, the only logical thing we can now do is to leave on March the 29th with no deal, because her deal has failed twice.
Well, the Prime Minister
She's doing
said,
her best to get her deal through, isn't
and
she?
she would say the logical way to get Brexit, in fact, if we delay, there's a danger that Brexit won't happen, the logical way to get Brexit is to go for her deal.
Well, the trouble with her deal, and by the way, it's not a deal, it's a new European treaty. You know, I've read that treaty, I've studied it. In many ways, it's even worse than being a member of the European Union, in terms of us being bound in to European rules, possibly in perpetuity. And you know, the next phase of negotiations, and I met Mr. Barnier earlier this week, the next phase of negotiations could take another 4 years. I don't think we want to go through that process. This deal's the wrong deal. The Prime Minister has made an horrendous mess of it. So let's just leave. Let's have a clean break in a few days' time and get on with things.
But Parliament's voted against no deal. All the economic analysis says no deal will be disastrous. You still want no deal because you want something to happen to take us towards Brexit. And you're right, it does look like it might not be able to happen now. I think everybody that voted for it will be fearful of that this morning. But being practical and thinking of those whose jobs and lives depend on it, everything that we looked at looks like no deal will be disastrous.
Look, we were told if we didn't join the euro, it'd be a disaster. We were told if we voted Brexit, 500,000 jobs would go immediately. The opposite has happened. This is not about some economic forecast, some doom-mongering. This is a democratic choice of the British people in the biggest democratic exercise in our history. We want to become an independent country, free of being governed by Mr. Juncker and Mr. Tusk and all of these people. And Parliament is not delivering on its promises. That really is the crux of this problem.
Right, well, the plan is now to get an extension to ensure the fact that they can do that, to try and sort out a deal. You're not helping, though, are you? You've campaigned, you know, for European leaders to refuse any extension. And is it true that you'll now be speaking to them and saying that you think that they should stop the extension happening? That's an act of sabotage, isn't it?
Well, I don't want 4 more years of agony, and there are many other European countries who would rather we just got on with this. And come on, I am trying to honour the way the British people voted in a referendum, in a general election, and a promise that a Prime Minister made over 100 times to the British people. I want us to leave on March the 29th, and I think that European summit that takes place next Thursday, you know, it could be a very dramatic evening. But if other countries say, we don't want to go on with this, we just want Britain to leave, then I think they'd be doing us the most enormous favour.
So you're saying get out at any cost. Are you saying that you will be speaking to European leaders to ask them to refuse an extension?
Well, I'm going to speak to other European leaders to say, look, do you really want 4 more years of this agony, which is Mr. Barnier's proposal? I'm not sure I've got much influence over them, but please don't think, just because a British Prime Minister turns up in Brussels next Thursday and asks for extension, it's not guaranteed, I promise you.
And I want to lead a government. And I want to lead a government that will transform this country, give real hope to everybody.
Every vote for the Conservatives will make me stronger. Britain is leaving the European Union, and there can be no turning back.
I have a huge responsibility. I'm carrying out that responsibility. And what happens now?
An early general election.
get back our passport.
We are all sinners.
It's main event time.
We come now to the final tear-sodden, juddering climax.
We'll build a country for the many, not the few.
I tell you the price of a bottle of champagne.
Winter's coming. Punishing pensioners and taking away school meals from our children. Tax cuts for the Conservatives' big business friends. More food banks, more homeless people. There is a social crisis looming in Britain. This government's proposing to reduce it further and actually hand roughly £60 billion over to corporations earning tax relief at the top end. Instead of doing that, we should be asking the very, very wealthiest to pay a bit more. The alternative is what? More food banks, more homeless people, more people on housing waiting lists, more queues in our hospitals.
So we need a general election, and we need one now. Because we have at this moment a one-off chance to get this done while the European Union agrees its negotiating position and before the detailed talks begin. Yes. And you know what? It's the strong and stable, strong and stable, strong and stable, strong and stable. Yes. And you know what? It's the strong and stable, 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 strong and stable.
I thought, wow, this is fucking truly amazing. It looked amazing.
The show was incredible.
To me, one of the most surreal, amazing moments.
Voice sounds the same as he did. Dave in body in great shape. He's playing always in top form.
We like to have a party. We're going to rock. We're going to roll. And we're going to have some fun.
I did make it quite a mess myself.
You know, the times that we did jam together were amazing.
Just being in awe, but at the same time, he made you feel comfortable. Like he respected what you had to say.
This whole system and all those people out there that are turning up at Labour rallies, they don't really understand it. Well, I tell you this, we absolutely do understand it. We understand.
We shudder to think that we could seriously be about to elect a Corbyn-led administration.
Thank you for inviting me here tonight. I'm very sorry this is not a debate, this is a series of questions. I think it's a shame the Prime Minister hasn't taken part in a debate.
Well, I'm interested, you know, in the fact that Jeremy Corbyn seems to be paying far more attention to how many appearances on telly he's doing.
I mean, I know this is a sort of private discussion we're having here, just us three. Where did you get them?
What?
We have
brought them with you. Now then, he will find himself alone and naked.
Did I ever set out in life to become Prime Minister? No. I set out in life to try and change things and try and bring about greater justice in our society. And
I believe he's been one of the most extraordinary politicians of our age. A brave and principled man.
But there isn't a magic money tree that we can shake that suddenly provides for everything that people want.
3 weeks later.
Dingle Man, reveal yourself!
Is that the kind of start you're expecting? I think we've got fantastic opportunities.
bless the light that shines on you the way you made. And though you're gone, you're with me every single day the way you made. Days I remember all my life. Days when you can't see wrong from right. It's a bad life, but then I knew that very soon you'd leave me. But it's alright, now I'm not right, not this world the way you made. I wish today.
What's the naughtiest thing you've done? What's the naughtiest thing you've done? Oh, goodness me.
Oh, goodness me.
What's the naughtiest thing you've done? What's the naughtiest thing you've done? Oh, goodness me.
Oh, goodness me.
I have to confess, when me and my friends sort of used to run through the fields of wheat, the farmers weren't too pleased about that. Through the fields of wheat. Through the fields of wheat. Through the fields of wheat. Run through the fields of wheat. Nobody's ever perfectly behaved.
To run through the fields of wheat.
I mean, to confess, when through the fields of wheat. Through the fields of wheat. I have to confess, through the fields of wheat. Through the fields of wheat. Nobody's ever perfectly behaved.
Well, guys, I've hoped you. Wait a minute, and I can keep filming because my phone's going to die on me. Let's have a look here. I'm going to put it on charge while I'm still filming. There we go. I think yes, we do now.
The government should be able to strong and stable, and it's wrong to believe the fable that I belong at the negotiating table. And how can I negotiate if I can't face Orbit in a debate? It's easy to investigate precisely why I won't participate. I want to make sure I can ignore the public concerns about you. Turns, you have to learn there is no proof that I will tell you the truth. I don't know why people vote for me. It's like the more policies I talk about, the more problems you see. And let's not forget that it's me you elect. It means a harmful far-right Brexit. Everything we do as we leave the EU will be not for the many, but for the few. I know whose side I'm on. Ordinary people are easy to dismiss, and yes, the message we're sending them is this. I could go into a lot more detail, explain why this government continues to fail. We've had cuts on an industrial scale, and it's plain. We must not prevail. We've cut through spending by more than a fifth, and lives are being put at risk. But I will lie to you and say we've made life safer in the UK. There are other plans we might have to confront. Think of one man, Jeremy Hunt. And surprise, surprise, yes, we want to privatise the NHS. Have we made the health service better or worse? You can't trust me. Ask the nurse, and our new rules of education will underfund schools so they pay donations. That is the absurd situation we're facing. That's how, right now, it's difficult for schools and hospitals. And if we won't, it will be impossible. Only trust the Conservatives. If you don't rely on public services, and remember that the heart of our agenda, we're making life harder for people with dementia. It doesn't have to be this way. And these things don't have to stay the same. You can use your vote to say, not in my name. I don't know why people vote for me. It's like the more policies I talk about, the more problems you see. I don't know why people vote for me. It's like the more policies I talk about, the more problems you see. So, Prime Minister, what sort of child were you? How would you describe yourself as a child? Oh, goodness me. I didn't have brothers and sisters who I was playing with. Oh, goodness me. And sometimes I had to go out and do things on my own. Do things on my own. Sort of bookish as a child. I enjoyed going to school. I enjoyed reading books. I enjoyed learning. And occupy yourself? Occupy myself, yes. The naughtiest thing you ever did. Oh, goodness me. Oh, goodness me. Gosh. Well, I suppose the gosh. 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 And gosh. Nobody's ever gosh. Oh, gosh is me. Gosh is me. I have to confess, when me and my friends used to run from fields of wheat. Fields of wheat. I have to confess, when me and my friends used to run from fields of wheat. Now, farmers weren't in peace about that. I have to confess, when me and my friends used to run from fields of wheat. Fields of wheat. I have to confess, when me and my friends used to run from fields of wheat. Now, farmers weren't in peace about that.
I grew up the daughter of a local vicar.
Well then, grow back down again. Screw up if they can't take a joke. You can dance. You can...
Determined that we will keep up our progress to our ambitions. Making it a success, we reached agreement on the first phase of a better future. It's getting up your place. Make good progress towards the Brexit deal. We dedicate ourselves to its founding ideal on making a difference here and now. Resolve the problems, and I know how. Our goal is simple. Our goal is simple. A stronger society for everyone. Our goal is simple. Our goal is simple. Fairer society, regardless of income. Our goal is simple. Our goal is simple. Fairer society for everyone. Our goal is simple. Our goal is simple. Free from prejudice, regardless of income. Everyone to be treated with respect. Deserves to succeed. And we will protect our environment. Next generation. To eliminate all prejudice and discrimination. We continue to make good progress. Deliver a good Brexit. Invest in our NHS. I hope that it's a great year to be dedicated. I believe, and it's a chance to celebrate. Our goal is simple. Our goal is simple. A stronger society for everyone. Our goal is simple. Our goal is simple. fairer society, regardless of income. Our goal is simple. Our goal is simple. Fairer society for everyone. Our goal is simple. Our goal is simple. Free from prejudice, regardless of income.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Prime Minister, Theresa May.
This is a story all about how my life got turned upside down, and I want to take a minute, just sit right there. And I will sit in David Cameron's chair. Before Westminster, I was young, firm ass, paying for the local school for the best working class. I grew up the daughter of a local vicar. I was fighting drinking inside the school. The Conservative Party invited me to campaign. Yes, I couldn't stop drinking champagne. My life is just good. Period. I flew to the House of Commons of 7 Norway. Told David I got in out through the back door late. I've come. I have done this. I'm Theresa May, and I think I'm the best Prime Minister in the UK.
Theresa May with a very strong game. Government is a serious business. There are a couple of swipes at some of her rivals, you may have noticed.
Serious bars, huge talent. It actually makes me a winner. Boy.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. Oppan Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady.
Look inside your tiny mind and look a bit harder. Cause we're so uninspired, so sick and tired of all the hatred you harbor. So you say it's not okay to be gay. Well, I think you're just evil. You're just some racist who can't tie my laces. Your point of view is medieval. you say. You think we need to go to war, well you're already in one. 'Cause it's people like you that need to get slew. No one wants your opinion. Fuck you very, very much. 'Cause we hate what you do and we hate your whole crew. So please don't stay in touch.
Yeah, the screen frozen.
Fuck you very, very much. 'Cause your words don't translate and it's getting quite late. So please don't stay in touch.
Sie ist Britanniens ganzer Stolz.
Are you all looking forward to Brexit? Excellent. Now, you've got to be in good voice because we're going to do a countdown for switching on Brexit. Can we have a countdown starting from 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Last election. I gave you my heart.
But the very next day I gave it
away this year to save me from fear.
I will give it to someone special.
Last election, I gave you my heart.
But the very next day,
I gave it away.
This year to save me from tears.
and I'll give it to someone special.
Me. Once we left, they said we would die. I continue Brexit.
And with all the kind, semi people, does that make you?
Well, no, not at all. This was always going to be a success.
Last election, I gave you my heart.
But the very next day I gave it
away this year to save me from fear.
and I'll give it to someone special.
Strong and stable and wrong. With a strong and stable hate and evil. With a strong and stable and wrong. With a strong and stable government. Life is still a struggle, and when they hear we have no plans, I don't give a shit. Just the privileged few having control, have everything our own way. And when they hear we have no plans, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to be calling a snap election. I would just call a general election. No. Hope is going to be tough. No. Hope poverty. No. Hope difficult times ahead. No. Hope tyranny. Jeremy Corbyn thinks differently. Great for change in the country. Jeremy Corbyn thinks differently. No, look, I'm in a different galaxy. Jeremy Corbyn thinks differently. I think work is the best route out of poverty. Jeremy Corbyn thinks differently. What Jeremy Corbyn has shown is that he's motivated by compassion and decency. He talks about austerity to help people in need. Irresponsible behaviour in companies. I want to deport more refugees. Seek protection elsewhere. Seek protection elsewhere. 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 Seek protection elsewhere. They must return elsewhere. Seek protection elsewhere. Elsewhere. People trying to come here to the UK. Food bank Britain. Food bank Britain. Really food bank Britain. Food bank Britain. Food bank Brexit. Exit. Get on with it. Brexit. Exit. Get on with it. Brexit. Where you come from. Exit. Thus rejected parents. Get on with it.
Strong and stable and stable and wrong. With a strong and stable
Hate and evil.
with a strong and stable and wrong. With a strong and stable government.
Life is still a struggle. You'll get the minimum. Life is still a struggle. Excessive based on merit, forget about it. Being really worried about that. Excessive based on merit, forget about it. Just privileged few in control. Have everything our own way. We have hands.
To strengthen our hands.
But what I am is hard-headed. Go out there. Make your vote count. I'm not going to be calling a snap election.
A song labeling Prime Minister Theresa May as a liar has shot to the top of the music sales charts in Britain, mocking her strong and able motto ahead of the June 8th national election. Hitting out at the austerity policies of Britain's Conservative Party, the song stitches together samples of May's speeches with choruses of "She's a liar, liar. No, you can't trust her." Captain SKA, a London-based band led by producer Jake Painter, is aiming for the #1 spot in Britain's official Top 40 chart.
I hold my hands up for that. And I am sorry. Sorry. I take responsibility. I led the campaign. And I am sorry. And I am sorry. I'd like to give a P45 to Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy Corbyn. I hold my hands up, and I am sorry. And I am sorry. Sorry. Here's what could the Chancellor's cost, readers.
Alright guys, it's Jerningham here. Hope you've all enjoyed my short Brexit video. Thank you for joining me. Please like, comment and subscribe and share this video with your friends. I'll do another video like this. Thank you for joining me, and peace out guys. See you next time. Peace. Cheers for joining us. Peace out. Stop. Trying to end the video, it won't end. I'm just trying to end the video now, but it won't let me end the video. No. 1 second.